Still being outside in the outdoor classroom, I would allow the students to demonstrate their moon phases and perhaps group them together and have them cooperate in order to dramatize the moon phases. Anything that you can do to assess the students' understanding through conversations and creating a safe space. I would like to invite an elder or a traditional knowledge keeper from the community to the outdoor classroom to have a more authentic oral storytelling experience, and they could tell us about their specific moon teachings. And another story that I found that would be relevant to this topic is in the Keepers of the Earth, Native Stories and Environmental Activities for Children book. Excellent resource, highly recommend. And this book is called How the Coyote Was the Moon from the Kazapel, Idaho Nation. It's found on page 111. And before reading the story, I would let the students become aware that there are many implicit messages that are within these stories and metaphors. And so I want them to be pre-thinking about that as I'm reading, so then they can try to come up with what kind of message is this story trying to tell me? And then we would have an open discussion with the class about that message. Also, in the story, there's an absence of the moon a few times. It comes, it disappears, it comes back. And I was thinking that relates to our topic because sometimes we cannot see the moon in the night sky. So I was going to question to the students, does the moon disappear? Or how can we actually explain that? And can you use the moon phases to let us know? I would allow the students to look at multiple forms of text and watch videos on the different moon phases as well. And they would become familiarized with the different names. I would want them to notice that the new moon, it's still there, it's just in a shadow, as well as the different eclipses. So before giving the students the model of the solar or lunar eclipse, I would just want them to play with the idea. So I would pose the question about a solar and a lunar eclipse. When can you see the moon? When can you not see the moon? And then also talk about new moons and try to have them come up with some sort of model or analogy for the eclipse before actually presenting them with what indeed it is. So as we can see here, the lunar eclipse, the Earth is completely covering the moon with its shadow, so we would not see the moon on that day, as well as on a new moon day, which is similar to the story in the Keepers of the Earth. Finally, as an exit slip, I would want it to be an assessment conversation. And the word assessment kind of gets people a little bit anxious. So I just wanted to call it a conversation exit slip, because we can assess by conversation without making people anxious or feeling like they're a part of some system that they don't want to be. So what this would be is partners taking turns with one another. One partner would explain everything they know about the moon phases or everything they know about the eclipse, what it is, what it isn't. They would justify it. They would say why. They would just take turns teaching each other and then also try to slip in key vocabulary. Then partner two would have a chance to talk. Partner two, when the partner one was talking, the partner two was only listening. Now it's partner two's turn to talk and partner one's turn to actively listen. So partner two would be repeating what partner one said, checking this, refuting anything that respectfully refuting anything if they think differently, and building on each other's way of teaching and way of knowing through conversation. These are my references used, and I will post this PowerPoint as well as the YouTube videos I've been making for you guys. And thank you so much for this course. It has been very eye-opening for me, and I've learned a lot. So I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and thank you.